So tonight we're going to focus on validation, the quest for validation as we go back to the womb space. But of course, first we need to check in. And checking in with your unconscious mind. Are you ready to release this condition around validation and for you to remember it consciously? And now knowing that a pregnancy is usually around 40 weeks, knowing that we're going back to the womb space, trusting the first thing that comes to mind. How many weeks in the womb when this limitation around validation was created? Again, just trusting the first number that comes to mind. How many weeks were you when you made this limitation about validation? And this just simply sets that destination where we're going to travel back to when we explore being in the womb. So I'm going to ask you to concentrate on my voice, knowing that this time is just for you. And we're going to set the intention that this process be really easy, really simple, for you to come away with those rich aha moments, to be able to release that need for internal or external validation. Because the truth is, you've already got it within you. That validation comes from you, your higher self. So just concentrating on my voice and knowing that your eyes have already started to close. Feel the whole body slowing down. Feel your breathing slowing down. Generally feeling that sense of comfort, relaxation, as that hypnosis does what it does perfectly, bringing in that calm energy throughout all cells of your body. And as you continue to relax, allowing that calmness to spread throughout your entire being, becoming lighter and lighter. Knowing that you are that light, feeling lighter and lighter. I invite you to float up out of your body, floating higher and higher, and feeling the relief and floating even higher, floating so high up, so high, that you start to become in touch with your time stream. Now, intuitively, you'll know which direction is your future and which way is your past. And today, what we're going to do is we're going to travel all the way back on your time stream, going all the way back to the womb space, to that moment where there was that problem with validation. And you don't have to consciously know. Your unconscious mind will just give you a sense of a moment in time back in the womb where there was that problem, that challenge, that confusion with validation. So in a moment, not now, I'm going to ask you to drop down into that event. I'm going to ask you to drop down into that event to see what you saw, to hear what you heard, and to really feel into the truth of what was going on for you in that womb space. So on 3, 2, one. I want you to find yourself in that room space. And again, just allowing your unconscious mind to be there. Dialing up the hearing so you hear the truth. Dialing up the knowing so you know the truth. And be there in that room space. Just so you notice what it's like. What are the first things that you notice about your developing body? Let your body start to feel being in the womb space. And if you've arrived at your birth, just want you to rewind time just a little bit, just to be in the womb space, floating in that amniotic fluid. Now here in that womb space, knowing that we've dialed up the truth, to hear the truth, to know the truth, invite you to get a sense of what it's like to move in the womb. Are you really little and it's just floating, or is there not much space at all? How does it feel to have that fluid on your skin? It's interesting being in a human body. I'm curious, wondering how many lifetimes, or should I say, how much time has gone by since you were in the womb at last? You've been called to be here again. And I'm wondering, how do you feel about coming into the world again? What is it that you're looking forward to do? Are you aware of the mission ahead? Starting to become aware of the answers as they just become aware in your mind. And being here in the womb, I'm really curious. Does Mum know that you're on your way? How is she coping with the pregnancy? Does Dad know you're on your way? And I'm wondering, is Dad committed to this journey with you? Knowing that you've chosen your parents, you tend to learn from this family. And the interesting question, what do you intend to teach this family? Knowing there's a piece here about validation, the internal validation, the external validation. There's so much planned for you ahead. this in mind, let's bring our attention to being here with Mother Earth. Let's imagine that Mother Earth comes in like a guardian. She has a special message to share with you. Hear Mother Earth's message that I'm always going to be here for you. My entire being is to support your life, your mission, and I am fully committed to holding the space for you to learn, grow, and excel in everything you set out to do with your purpose here on Earth. Breathing in that reassurance. And notice what difference that makes to this piece about validation. With that love and support from Mother Earth herself, it's time to float up out of the womb space. So I just invite you to float up higher and higher, going up so high, up there in the stratosphere where the stars meet Mother Earth. And just noticing how that moment in time in the womb seems so small, so insignificant. Now that you're directly above that event, ask your unconscious mind what it needs to learn from the event, the learnings of which will allow you to let go of the emotions, all of those conditions about validation, and just starting to become aware of those lessons about validation so you can take those with you into the future. Noticing those lessons. Become aware of what you were supposed to learn from that experience that previously held you back, confused about validation. Start to take notice of the lessons and the magnificent energy that you need to be able to release that old condition about validation. For those who took on Mum's energy, what did you learn from taking on her perspective about validation? For those who took on Dad's perspective about validation, what did you learn from taking on his perspective? And the best bit here, what were you supposed to teach your parents about love and validation? Now here comes the fun part. I invite you now to float along your time stream before you were in the womb. I invite you to take with you all of those lessons, the ahas, that beautiful support from Mother Earth. Just going back on your time stream before you entered the womb. And I invite you to pour all of that love, that light, that radiance all along your time stream, all throughout the womb and right into your future. Just allowing all of that beautiful energy, that magnificent light and love to ripple out throughout all directions of time. knowing grand healer that you are, I want you to witness your mother's womb filling up with love. I want you to start to bring in that nourishment and vitality. Bring in that energetic protection. However you see, that's absolutely perfect. Just notice the more light that you're pouring into that womb space, all of that old heaviness can start to just transmute. Dial up that love, dial up that frequency. And noticing there's that connection between you and your mum and you and your dad. Reminding yourself, I'm comfortable in my own skin. My body works harmoniously. I respect my boundaries. I embrace my playful, childlike curiosity. I am confident. I am safe. I am safe. I am safe. Be the observer and witness how that ripple effect throughout all of your time stream, all the way right throughout now and into your future, that love and light, the safety, the harmonious energy. With that in place now, it's time to prepare yourself to come back to this now moment, bringing with you all of your new learnings, new boundaries, new curiosity, and all of those rich aha moments about validation. In a moment, you'll come back to this now moment. And when I count from 5 to 1, on the count of 1, you'll start to become fully awake and fully alert. So, on the count of 1 or the count of 5, feel yourself coming back to the room, coming back to this place that we call reality. On 4, expressing yourself in your unique way, locking in this success, the validation into your mind, your body, and your soul. And on 3, always knowing you can solve any challenge with 3 solutions. On 2, wiggling those fingers and toes, heart rate back to normal. And on 1, opening your eyes to a whole new you.